Hi everybody, it's Grandma Kate. And Papa made me this wonderful story time sign to put at the beginning of our videos. I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. I picked out some fun music so that when you see this and you hear the music, you'll know it's time for story time with me. So we are excited to come back today to read some wonderful stories to you. I'm actually going to be reading 2 in this story time. So we're glad to have Lily and Eli and Kobe and Xavier and Faith and Penny join us for story time every day. But today I also want to welcome Sammy and Abby. I was lucky enough to spend some time with these 2 lovely kids last year. We had a lot of fun together, and I read them all kinds of stories. I think Sammy, I had requested a dinosaur book, and Abby had requested a book about animals, and I am still going to be looking through my own personal library for those. But right on top, I found a couple of books that I had shared with them last year. So I'm going to be reading both of these today. They're kind of like pop-up books, but they look like real things. And they're just so much fun to read because as we read the story, the book becomes something. This book becomes something. So the one we're going to start with is called Sam's Sandwich. Now, as you take a look at this cover, what does that look like to you? I open it this way too. And if I open up the whole cover, doesn't that look like bread? Isn't that cool? So as I read this story, which is a rhyming book, every page is going to add something else to the sandwich. But it's kind of gross. So if you don't like gross stories, you may want to move on to a different story time. But if you like gross things, you might like this book. And it's about a young girl named Samantha and her brother Sam. And they're going to make a sandwich together. So let's take a look and see what happens. This is Samantha. Samantha liked to sit and dream of donuts filled with chocolate cream, giant burgers, heaps of fries, frosty shakes, and cherry pies. Shortly after Sunday luncheon, Samantha wanted more to munch on. "Oh, Sam," she wailed, "what can I eat? I really need a special treat." "Let's get some butter and some bread and make a sandwich, sis," he said. His sister yelled and jumped for joy. "We'll make a good one, boy, oh boy. Come on, Sam, I'm starving, quick, and spread that butter really thick." "Don't worry, sis," smirked Sam. "You'll never eat a tastier sandwich, ever." Smirking is kind of like smiling, like, I think he's going to put some stuff in his sandwich to surprise her. Samantha said, "I've never seen lettuce leaves so crisp and green." But as a zesty little filler, Sam popped in it's on this page, it rhymes with filler. It's a caterpillar. You know what caterpillars turn into? If they eat up a lot of food and then they spin a chrysalis and hang out inside there for a while. Do you know what they turn into? A butterfly, that's right. In the fridge, Samantha found big tomatoes, red and round. But in the garden, Sam had dug a hole and found a slimy slug. Ew, that's gross. Samantha gave Sam's hand a squeeze. "Just come and try this yummy cheese." But in the pocket of his pants, Sam had saved some big black ants. Ew, look at that. They're there. "I think," Samantha said, "I'll flavor it with some watercress, my favorite." Watercress is kind of like a lettuce, but it's more crunchy. Meanwhile, Sam thought he would try to add some flavor with a fly. Can you see that fly right there? Ugh. Don't want to eat a fly. And here's a little tasty number. Samantha sliced a huge cucumber. But to really make her squirm, Sam dropped in a wiggly worm. It's a big one too. And some hard-boiled eggs as well. Samantha drooled and cracked a shell. That means like spit came out of her mouth. But Sam had seen a silver trail that led him to a crunchy snail. Don't forget this huge salami. I only wish we had pastrami. But Sam had found right there beside her a very large and hairy spider. My gosh, look at that spider. You see it? Ick. That salami all over the place, my goodness. Gosh, she shrieked, more favorite things, slicing off some onion rings. One ring contained a little hole in which Sam slipped a small, see it? A tadpole. Do you know what tadpoles turn into? They lose their tail and then they grow legs and then they become a frog. That's right. Samantha yelled, "It's finished there!" slopping ketchup everywhere. But one last treat it seemed to need, a creepy, crawly centipede. That's like a worm with a lot of legs crawling all over it. Licking ketchup from her lips, she reached her sticky fingertips toward the plate and snatched the bread. "Won't you have some, Sam?" she said. "Thank you, sis. You're very kind. But count me out if you don't mind. I'm full, I'm stuffed, I really am." "So you can have it all," said Sam. What's cool is when I close this book, look at what it made. Look at that. It made a huge sandwich. Would you eat that? I might eat it if it didn't have the bugs in it, but I just think this book is hilarious. But David Pelham wrote this one first, and I imagine he might have gotten a lot of letters from readers saying that maybe Samantha should have a turn to make something for Sam. And so he wrote this book that actually looks like a little lunchbox. Isn't this nifty? This is called Sam's Snack. So it's kind of like Sam's sandwich, but instead his sister will have some fun. So let's open it up and see what's inside. So this book, it's kind of interesting. I'll have to hold it this way so you can see. And this one is more of a pop-up book. So if I have to turn the page or turn the book to show it, so that I can read it, I'll turn it back so you can see the pop-up part. Sam and Sis have fun galore while on vacation at the shore. The sun is hot, so they keep cool by paddling in their favorite pool. For Sam, this is a special day. He's going sailing on the bay. There's a boat way back there. At noon begins the great sea trip in Captain Silver's sailing ship. "'Tis far around the bay and back," the captain says, "so bring a snack." Dear Mom gives Sam a nice surprise, a lunchbox full of fresh supplies. But poor Samantha cannot go. The waves upset her tummy so. "I'm sick," she sighs, "from just the notion of all that bobbing on the ocean. If I can't sail around the bay, I'll have fun some other way." When Sam runs off to fly his kite, Samantha knows the time is right. She creeps toward a pile of rocks where Sam has left his new lunchbox. "He's mean," she thinks, "for leaving me. If I get seasick, so should he." Do you have a brother or a sister that you kind of get frustrated if they can do things that you can't do? I wonder what she's going to do. And so the little troublemaker opens up Sam's new salt shaker. She throws the salt over her shoulder. For luck, she says, now feeling bolder. She scoops up something in her hand and fills the shaker up with, what's that? That's sand. She put sand in that salt shaker. Ooh. How could he rather go to sea than stay right here and play with me? Samantha next lets something loose in Sam's blue thermos full of juice. Quickly pulling off the lid, Sam's sis drops in a squiggly. Do you know what that is? It's not an octopus, it rhymes with lid. Sam's sis drops in a squiggly squid. That's a squid. It's like an octopus. Can you see it? Ugh. To make things nice, Mom likes to fix gourmet snacks on cocktail sticks. But Samantha has in mind a garnish of another kind. A garnish is like a food decoration. Deep in the pool, she makes a grab and fishes out a playful, watch. What's that? Do you see his pinchers? It's a crab. Oh, man. Beside a hot dog is a space, a dark and secret little place. A long and narrow empty hole between the hot dog and the roll. A perfect place to hide a firm, wriggly, hairy, sandy worm. Can you see the worm goes in this way and it goes underneath and comes out over here? Ew. That's gross. Samantha breathes a happy sigh. Aha! I knew it, apple pie. Beneath the crust, there's room to store a treat she's found upon the shore. And so, in Sam's most favorite dish, she slips a slimy jellyfish. Here it is. I couldn't see what it was at first. You see the jellyfish? Oh my goodness. Quick, here's Sam, it's time to sail. But Sis still lacks the last detail. While Sam heads for his new lunchbox, skipping over pools and rocks, Sis doesn't have to look too far to find a blob of sticky tar. Look, she put tar in his cookie. Look, tar is like what the playground is made of. When it gets put down on the ground, it's all tar and then it gets hard and makes asphalt, but that's all like wet and warm and sticky. Ick. The last page is pretty funny. The captain calls, anchors away. The yacht sails out into the bay. But as Sis sweetly waves goodbye, a teardrop sparkles in her eye. She thinks, that was a rotten trick. Poor Sam, he's going to be so sick. Her tummy rumbles, time to eat. Samantha, too, has her own treat. For her lunch, our little pal had crackers packed with seafood salad. But in her snack, there seems to be something Sam found in the sea. Did you see that? Isn't that cool? Watch this. Sam put something in hers. Look. What is that? That's a huge lobster. That kind of looks like her sandwich that she had earlier. So I think Samantha and Sam know each other pretty well. But do you think this story could really have happened for real? Or do you think it's fiction? Fiction means it's fake. Nonfiction means it's for real. I'm not sure that I'd be able to keep bugs in a sandwich or get all those things that Samantha put in here. But I think these are fun books to read anyway, especially on a day when you might be a little hungry yourself. But until the next time we see you, Papa and I love you very much, Lily and Eli and Kobe and Xavier and Faith and Penny and AB and Sammy too. We love you all, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for joining us for Story Time, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.